My phone rang and again it was my mother. This was her fifth time calling me and asking about my arrival timing. I was returning home by train. It was 6 o'clock in the evening and my train would reach the station at 8 o'clock. My office had given a 1 month holiday and I was returning to my hometown to my mother. But this time my mother was so excited on my arrival. I found this really strange, but I thought that this might have missed me a lot. At 8, I finally departed from the station and went straight to my home. The door opened and behind it was my lovely mother. "Oh my dear son, finally you are back home," she said with tears in her eyes. I hugged her when I saw her emotional face. We went to the living room and there I sat on the sofa. I was tired of my long journey. "Please bring me a glass of water," I said, but she didn't bring it and sat behind me. At that time, she gave me a weird smile. "Your water is coming," she said, still smiling. And then a beautiful young lady of around 22 years entered the room. She brought the glass of water and gave it to me. She was quite nervous and shy. I could feel that she was uncomfortable. I took the glass and said thank you to her. My mother's eyes shone when she saw her. Then she said, "So Peter, meet Lucy, our new house helper." "Oh, okay, welcome Lucy," I said to her, smiling. "Thank you, sir," she replied. Then suddenly my mother screamed, "Oh no, don't call him sir. He has a nice name, Peter. Just call him Peter and I will be very happy." "Yes, please call me Peter," I said again, smiling. Then we went to the dining tables and had our dinner. Lucy went to the kitchen for some work. Then my mother whispered to me, "Lucy is going to stay with us. Poor girl lost her parents last week, and there was no one to look after her. Poor child didn't even have to house live in because they were living on rent." So I decided to help her in my way. I was already looking for a maid. "Oh my dear mother, you did the best. But you know her well, right? You know the youngster nowadays, and having a complete stranger in our house." "No, she's not a stranger. I know her family well," said my mother. After our conversation ended, I went to bed. The next morning, I got dressed and went to the breakfast table. Lucy and my mom had prepared my favorite breakfast. My mother sat down with me, but Lucy was standing and she had shy face. "Come Lucy, let's have the breakfast together," said my mother. "Yes, join us Lucy," I added. She sat down beside me. Then I looked at her closely for the first time. She had blue eyes just as mine. I really felt a bond with her. I was thinking about going to the markets to buy some clothes for Lucy. "But you know, Peters, I'm really tired today. Can you go with Lucy?" said my mother. "Yes, I can go with Lucy," I said hesitantly. "Lovely, you both can spend time with each other," replied my mother, very happy. I didn't understand that why my mother wanted me to spend time with Lucy. I suspected her intentions. Then we headed to the market. Lucy bought some dresses. Even I helped her to select the dresses. I noticed that we have a lot of similarities. Later we went to a coffee shop. We talked a lot. She told about her life. I told her about my life. I felt really happy talking to her. At around 6 p.m., we reached back our house. I thought my mother would be angry with us, but instead she was so happy that we spent times together. Even she suggested that I should take Lucy to parks tomorrow. I was surprised. There was something in my mother's head. Then before having our dinners, I talked to my mother. Mom, can you please explain me what you want? I have noticed that you are acting weird these days. Why do you want me to spend time with Lucy? What is going on in your mind? I asked. I know, Peters, what you are thinking, but believe me, I really love Lucy and I don't want to treat her like a maid. I just want her to feel like she is a part of our family, replied my mother. I didn't say anything after this. My mother clearly wanted to make Lucy a part of our family, and that was possible if she became my wife. Lucy prepared my favorite cake to thank me. After having it, we went to the terrace. We had a really special times together. We laughed and talked. Then for a moment my eyes looked straight into her eyes. There was silence. She looked beautiful in the moonlight. I held her hand. Then she smiled at me. What a beautiful night it was. I went to bed but I could not sleep. I was just thinking of Lucy. I felt a special bond with her from the very first day. And now I knew that I was in love with Lucy. I needed to tell this to my mom and Lucy. My mothers would be very happy because she wanted this. I decided that I would propose Lucy tomorrow night. Early the next morning, I went to buy a ring for Lucy. I made some arrangements in the backyard. I decorated it with lights and flowers. My mother did know that I was going to propose Lucy. I thought I would tell her later. At night, I took Lucy in the backyard. She was so happy to see arrangements I made for her. Then I bent down on my knees, took out the ring and proposed her. She was very happy and had tears in her eyes. Guys, if you like the video, please subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, press the bell icon. Thank you guys.